Welcome back, everybody. Now we have an extra special guest from the team at Cirque Revolution. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome drag dame, live singing sensation, and master of ceremonies for events big and small, Shirley Happening.
Hi there.
Pleasure to meet you, Shirley. How are you doing today?
Excellent. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, so tell us, how did you get your toe in the water of the wide world of entertainment and sports?
Ooh, let's go way back.
Yeah,
way
once
back.
upon a time.
Well, I've always been involved in the events as an actor, trained actor. It started with being in corporate industrials, being in corporate functions. Then I started with a company, the DeAngelis Entertainment.
DeAngelis?
Yes.
I remember, yeah, okay.
Been around forever.
Yeah.
And so I would perform with them, Bob DeAngelis, Joni DeAngelis, as a singer. And then each event that needed something different, my character would morph into whatever the client needs, and Shirley Happening happened. It's always like, is this really happening? Is this truly happening? It's Shirley Happening. So now I go in for any event, whatever character they need, live singing, promoting the product, and it's just always something I've been able to adapt to and enjoy.
What training has been really useful? Like, I've taken a little bit of singing classes and just found like the use of vowels has like helped me even as when I mix as a DJ. Like, you know, sometimes you take some training and then years later you're like, oh, that's what they were talking about. What are moments or educational moments you've had that like afterwards you're like so grateful for?
Definitely, you keep throwing more into the soup. I relate everything to food.
Yeah.
So as an actor, I had the singing, the dancing, the acting.
Yeah.
For all that.
Triple threat. Here we go.
Right. Then I started Second City. I toured with Second City.
Oh wow.
And I find the improv when it comes to events and corporate, because that incorporates all the proper speaking. You want to do the best for the product you're working for or for the event you're working for, and you want to be able to go on the fly. If they want to add information, go. So I find the improv of Second City and the comedy, because you always want to bring light to an event.
Yeah.
Some energy. That's where Shirley is also more energetic, more extra, and you can just bring energy to whatever you're doing. So definitely the Second City training, and singing always helps.
Yeah.
Always helps. If you can belt out a little tune, people are like, go for it.
I found the Second City was really helpful, the stand-up comedy I did, and it just even like how you take out all the words out of a joke until it's not funny. Like, you know, when you accessorize, you take that last thing off. It helped me become more economical for what you're saying.
And more precise.
More precise.
You're able to strip it away, take off the fat, again, food.
Yeah.
Take off the fat, and you want a lean cut of meat.
Yeah.
That's going to be the most presentation.
Yeah.
Food. I'm always food.
I started in kitchens, like cuts on the left, burns on the right, and when I got into it, I was like cutting and chopping up. But I was a gypsy co-op, so I didn't have turntables and stuff back then. So I would take a tape machine in, and before my shift, I would practice my hip hop cutting and scratching and whatnot. So then when I go back to the cutting, I find the cutting board and the DJ mixer is kind of the same of chopping.
Yeah.
And in Toronto, 140 languages spoken at home, so food and music pretty much kind of tied at the hip.
Definitely. And it all goes together, and you want variety of everything with the mixing, and you want multiple levels going in. You don't just want one tone or one beat coming out.
Yeah.
You want to give it everything.
So how many years of this experience of Shirley Happening has there been happening?
All right, so as an actor,
yes,
I've been in it 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
Now, I may look younger. Picture under this, glamour and glitz, it's Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
But Shirley has become, in the last, I'd say probably 6-7 years, and what brought Shirley into the events is I was doing pantomime out at Sterling Festival Theatre.
Time is money.
Oh, well, this is the old English tradition musical.
Oh, okay.
Where they take...
Pantomime, right.
Yeah, they take the Christmas... It's a Christmas thing. They take a story, fracture it up. So in that, they have a dame. That's where my character comes from. And it's a man dressed as a woman for comedy. Like for... You look hideous, which is great for the kids, and everyone loves it. Then we just cleaned her up and brought her into events and into drag and dame and the events and performing. So I focus on being rounded, not just in my curves.
Well-rounded, yeah.
But in that I can take my characters into any type of entertainment to contribute to. We spoke on a panel yesterday, that's what brought us here, with DeAngelis Entertainment and Cirque Revolution.
Okay.
The art of storytelling in entertainment and in the events. So whatever character I can morph into is where I'll go. And hopefully get a laugh or two out of it.
What's the process look like working with you? Like, how do you tailor things to each show, whether you're emceeing or singing or both? Like, like creatively, like, do you have a lot of meetings with people to really get like how they want it to feel?
Absolutely, absolutely. Also, what we spoke on the panel yesterday is preparation. Again, like food, any event, you're baking a cake. You need all your ingredients to come together. Then you need the icing on the cake. And that's how do you want to present it? Do you want a fondant? Do you want an icing?
Right.
So if I'm working directly with someone, I can cater to exactly what they want. Create a character, create a design, create what feel, what theme they want. But also with the improv, I can dive in. Like just dive into the water and adapt to what they want last minute. Which I really am thankful that I have had that talent so that I'm not stuck in just, oh no, this is my vision. I'm ready to move. What do you want? How do you see it? How do you want it? And I guess that's the same as DJing and stuff. You got to read who's listening, you don't want to just stick to your music, but I like this, it's very popular. You want to adapt. So that's what I feel about that.
Do you like to fly solo, or do you need a handler to be so fabulous all the time and organized, or do you a mixture of both?
Good question. You would think, as you're
small army behind you, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like today, I got run in behind. Someone's following me with my shoes. Someone's got a spare wig in case this one falls apart.
Clothing rack, yeah.
I enjoy working with groups. I enjoy the creative process. I enjoy feeding off of people. But also, I do enjoy as well being on your own. And that's the character I'm presenting. The personality I'm bringing is loud, obnoxious. It's like a Gina from Woodbridge, and I can just take over. But I do like working with people as a creative group. I do like that.
Is there any standout highlights that you felt really grateful to be a part of this production, or working with certain people or certain venues?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are some highlights that you remember?
Like definitely, as I mentioned,
turning points, or where you're like,
yeah,
oh wow,
definitely.
learning moments.
I've just moved into what I'm most proud of right now is I created a one wow man show. It's called Life. It's Shirley Happening. So it's full cabaret, singing, dancing, based around the board game of life.
Oh, okay.
So we got the big spinner, and I get audience participation. So where that show takes me, I really enjoy. Like we were in Buddies in Bad Times. Now it just got picked up to go to the Columbus Center in Toronto, Lawrence and Dufferin, Villa Charities. So that has carried me to a few different places. But I've loved Disney. I've worked for Disney. Second City, all the theaters. So I enjoy it. But I would have to say Disney, and now being in bigger theaters with the one-woman show, I'm enjoying it. I do love it.
How long is that? Like an hour-long performance, or like what's a comfortable?
It's 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours with a 15-minute intermission, and all together, first act, I have about 12 costumes. So it's all tearaways and reveals.
Oh wow.
And then the second act is about 6 tearaways and reveals. And I also make costumes. I make all my costumes for my audience members.
Oh wow.
So I'll pull 2 people up, send them back, put them in a costume, and then they come out and join me on stage in a song.
Well, when's this happening
Oh,
next?
it's surely happening.
When is it happening?
June 9th.
Yes.
At the Columbus Center, Lawrence and Dufferin.
Yeah.
And we'll be launching the website soon to get tickets and to be able to come and see us and have fun.
Yeah.
Don't think you're just going to sit and watch. You're part of the show when it comes to Shirley.
That's fun to blur that line, yeah.
If you were there, I'll make you get up and do some mixing
I will,
and
yeah.
play some music
Sure.
and be up there with. Would you like that?
Yes, please.
Excellent.
So where can people get in touch with you to book you for their event?
Love it. I'm at It's Shirley Happening on Instagram. It's Shirley Happening at Gmail. I can go through. But also I work with Cirque Revolution. They can book me for all events and whatever you want. And then I have my agency, Colin McMurray and Associates. So I can be reached. Find me.
Is there anything that you're looking forward to in the next year or two that you've wanted to do, or that besides this one-person show?
Well, I would like to get this show. We're talking about getting down to Puerto Vallarta with this show, and actually possibly touring it around Canada in 100-seat theaters. And that would be something to look forward to. Because I'm from a small town myself,
Which one?
Scriber, Ontario.
Where is that?
It's up near Thunder Bay.
Okay.
So way up north, way up north.
I'm up north in Collingwood, and there's a lot more drag performances and Collingwood Pride and stuff happening. But they have a nice theater. Gaiety Theater is about 250 people, and then a Simcoe Street Theater, and there's a lot of, yeah.
So I'm gonna have to come out there then.
You have to. You totally got to come
Hook
out.
me up. Let's go.
Enya Dreams is the main person I've worked with there.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. So I would like to enjoy seeing more of the country and taking the show, because also in my show as a dame artist, I'm giving the history of drag and how it started. Like, I start off talking about Shakespeare times, where women couldn't be on the stage, so it was men. And Shakespeare would write, Loquatio enters D-R-A-G, dressed as girl.
Oh,
So
I didn't even.
right? I'm not just pretty, I'm smart too.
SMRT too.
So the history that it is performing and it is an art and it can be enjoyed. So that's attached.
Dressed as guy, dressed as girl.
Dressed as girl.
Wow, okay, cool.
So, and with the industrial, like in the events, I play a ringmaster. I'll play Mr. Frozen if that's the theme. Like, it's all characters that we bring to life and connect with whatever audiences we're able to. So,
Is it always live events, or are you doing virtual or voiceover artist stuff as well, or?
with this modern times, we're looking into doing some, when we were in our bad times, the pandemic,
Unmentionable times, yeah.
we could come up with such creativity in our little basement over, so Instagram Reels and the TikTok, all that. As an older person, it's the Google and the TikTok. So always looking forward to advance into that. I haven't quite found a spot to sit in that yet, but I would love a sitcom. Just saying, anyone out there, a sitcom, would love it.
Sitcom for this sitcom.
Absolutely.
Shirley Happening.
Sit me down and I'll make people laugh. But yes, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Any predictions the next year or two of like people can look out in the event industry that you've seen? Nostradamus?
Ooh, I don't know. Everything moves so quickly, and that's what excites me. Like with Cirque Revolution, I work with, just to see what the new apparatus is coming out and the silk. And actually, a little story, and the girls that run it, Julie and Lisa and Sam.
A2D2, right?
Was A2D2?
Yeah.
That's how old I am.
I knew. I knew that I knew.
A2D2, and now they're Cirque Revolution.
Right.
To see everything
lovely, by the
morph.
way, yeah.
Oh, they're amazing. The best. So I worked with Joni, starting with Entertainment, Joey and Gina's Comedy Wedding. I was the groom.
Okay, well, you're even connecting further back.
I told you, I'm
a bunch of my
old.
buddies were in the band, like all my buddies, so yeah.
Absolutely.
Dirty B, Brad Park, and a bunch of people, yeah.
And
okay,
I
whatever.
used to laugh with Joni. I'll be like, I'll step in and I'll play the ex-girlfriend, let's go. But I was Joey. I always got married. I married each girl.
Oh, wow.
Then
you must have done that show thousands.
I got married 1 year, it literally was 855 times.
Talk about rehearsing it down to the bone, eh?
Oh, yeah.
I guess you don't need to do rehearsals. You just like keep cracking it out and you adjust on the fly, or
on the fly.
Like sound checking a little bit, but
very much. But in times moving, you want to keep current, keep the language correct. You want to. So we would brush up to make sure, especially with doing a lot of improv and interacting with our guests. You definitely want to keep it brushed up. So what was I saying? Oh, as Joey, with the circus, everything evolves. You want to do more current. So as the trends come, which is what you're asking, I can't keep up with them. But I will tell you, when I'm emceeing for the circus silks and all that, I'm very nervous. I can't look at them. They're talented, they're amazing, but it's such shocking work that I have to kind of keep an angle.
Your blinders on.
A little bit, because I know they're good at their job. I know it's going to be fine, but I can't look. And I'm very...
We're sensitive creatures as artists.
Oh, and I show it. I show it on my face, so if I'm sitting there going...
Poker face, yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh. But they are amazing.
Well, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. I got so many more questions, but we'll have to chat off camera.
I would love it.
Yeah.
And we'll work on going for all those theaters.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Shirley Happening.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Right on.